Journal. I'm your guest host, Denis Schwuchow. Many people think that in order to eat the most authentic Italian cuisine, they must travel to Italy. But the reality is that the Bronx's very own Little Italy is a reservoir for some of the finest Italian food in New York City. Here with us today to help expose some of that Italian delight is Italian food specialist and the owner of Mike's Deli located on Arthur Avenue, David Greco. Welcome to the show.
Dennis, thank you for having us.
Not a problem. It's my pleasure.
Great.
So who is David Greco? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
David Greco. I'm son of immigrant Mike Greco. My father is Michele, the Mike of Mike's Deli, and he came over in '47, but my mother's family was already here from Naples, Italy. They landed on Arthur Avenue in 1922, and they had a butcher shop. And my father came in '47 to take over the world, and he ended up in the cheese business. And he was an actor himself, but that was his stage. He enjoyed being at the deli and meeting people and enjoying his life.
So when he came, he was actually looking for a career after he was married, and that's why he opened up the deli?
No, he was actually, he came over and he started working in my grandmother on my mother's side's family business, which was a butcher shop. Mm-hmm. But as he says, he had 4 brother-in-laws already. He didn't like working there with them. So he went out and it found the Arthur Avenue Market, which is built by LaGuardia. Mm-hmm. And in '47, he started working there just on Saturdays. And the owner at the time happened to be from the same region of Italy as him in Calabria, and they got along really well. And in the '60s, he took over.
Wow. So how did you actually become involved in cooking?
Dennis, I had no choice.
Italian family, right?
Yeah. We love to eat, drink, and be happy.
Wow, that's quite something. So
today I'm going to make mozzarella for you, though. Do you say mozzarella or mozzarella, Dennis?
Oh, personally, I say mozzarella.
I know you
I mean, maybe by the end of the show, I can say it like you.
No, you say it pretty well. I know you spent some time in Italy. I'm proud of you. You were so happy.
Yeah, 11 days. It was quite a trip, let me tell you.
And now you're around the corner from Little Italy, and you don't come visit.
I mean,
I'm going to twist your arm
like I
want to twist the people in the Bronx to come visit. It's important.
Wow.
So we brought you curd. Curd is the milk fat, the butter fat, the rennet, the whey. Okay. And what we do is we make small strips.
Okay, so how important is it to have the best quality curd?
Well, you could buy a cheaper quality curd, which a lot of people, they do wholesale, and that's when there's less whey. The whey is actually what the curd gives off. Okay. And there's there's more profit in the cheaper quality curds. This is a higher quality. Palio Dairy makes it. It's one of the best curds. And you see what I'm doing? This is the guitarra. And I'm passing the curd through it and making these small strips. And this is where the name mozzarella comes from.
Right, from the Italian word mozzare.
Mozzare, right. Wow. You saw me do that on Emerald, right?
Yeah, I did. It's quite a show, let me tell you.
It was good. He was very good to us.
At the deli, do you actually import certain goods?
We import a lot of goods directly from Cachaca, Sicily. We have oil with all my children's names on it. We have pasta from Corleone, Sicily. We just now imported stuff, oil from Puglia. We're very fortunate because the salespeople we're dealing with are dealing with my father for so many years. It's just mostly the same salespeople. And you're only as good as your product. Mm-hmm. My reputation is always to have the best.
So what do you actually attribute to Mike's Deli's success?
The best quality, the best service. I absolutely have the best customer. So I'm very fortunate.
So I mean, as far as your deli is concerned, it's been mostly a family business with family ties involved. So would you say you treat the customers like family?
The customers are family.
They are family.
And without the customers, you don't have a business.
That's true. That's true. So how do you get them to keep coming back?
Well, a lot of them leave the Bronx, and you can't blame them. They're all having families and moving up to Westchester and Connecticut and Long Island and Jersey. And then we have the Bronx locals that are still here. And
so they're coming from all over the area?
Yeah. What's nice is Throd's Neck is the other side of the Bronx, but they come to visit us. There are a lot of areas of the Bronx that still come to visit Arthur Avenue, and they make a day trip out of it and go eat. I have a restaurant, the Arthur Avenue Trattoria, but there are other great restaurants in the neighborhood. There are restaurants that have been there, legendary, like Dominic's, Rigoletto's, Mario's. These restaurants have been there for years.
But you consider yourself a competitor?
Well, my place is a very small, it's just a simple trattoria, and it's very different. The deli that Mike's Deli is in the market. It's a lot of fun, and it's totally different. It's not so much a restaurant. So now what we did is we put warm tap water, and it's made the curd get very tender. So we're taking out the chill. Okay. And one thing about being in the Bronx, you got the best water.
Yeah.
So
Bronx
most
tap
people
water.
don't realize, yes, the Bronx tap water is very valuable because it allows the pizzas, the breads, even Jerome Avenue, the bagels are the best.
I mean, so when you're cooking and you're involved in everything, what really motivates you to do a really good job?
Satisfying your customer is such a pleasure. You know, again, I was on Bobby Flay, I was on Food Network Throwdown, and I satisfied that I beat Bobby Flay. And then we had also, Bobby Flay invited me back on when he went against the famous Rayos in Harlem. And they flew us out to Vegas. And it was nice to be listed as the food specialist, the Italian food specialist.
So you've actually been in it quite a number of years in that case to be, labeled as far as a specialist in that field.
Well, we know what we're doing. Again, when
I mean,
it comes
Italians naturally are good cooks, no?
most Italians are. You know, that's why you shop for an Italian woman. You'll be in good shape, Dennis.
I mean, this is mozzarella here, or
Not mozzarella,
as you would
mozzarella.
say, mozzarella.
Right.
Right. So
This,
I mean,
growing
I know
up
that's
with
one
my
of your.
father, you'd get a nail inspection. He'd check your nails when we were young.
I mean, as far as this is concerned, this would be one of your main dishes in the.
Mozzarella, absolutely.
So
Because we use it on all our sandwiches. So for us, start eating. This is smoked mozzarella. Manj, come on, Dennis. This is
Sure.
a different kind of show, absolutely. This is a naturally smoked mozzarella, no chemicals. Unlike most of the supermarkets,
I
everything.
could taste the quality in that.
You see how the
Very good.
flavor is really special. And I even brought some breadsticks from the neighborhood because we have bread companies that are there for hundreds of years, for 90 years. Terranova, Adeo, they're two of the best, Arthur Avenue Bakery and Madonia. These four companies are there. Their families are there for at least 90 years, and they're all doing a tremendous job. And again, I attribute to the Bronx tap water, the break of your ass, hard work, which we all have to do.
Excuse me.
And the neighborhood has a lot to offer.
I mean, so what other kind of signature dishes do you offer at Mike's Deli?
Well, kicking Bobby Flay's butt with eggplant parmigiano. The throwdown was really powerful that we had the eggplant parm throwdown, and it's a staple in our business. People take dishes home. Guys tailgate at the Giants and Jets game. They call me for eggplant parmigiano. We even had some exchange. They brought me chili for the exchange of the parmigiano. So we get a lot of nice people that come to see us also. Now, you see what I'm doing? I'm kneading a dough. It's just like making a bread dough.
Yes.
So I'm actually kneading the dough under boiling water.
I mean, it seems like there's a lot of technique going on there.
Absolutely.
How
and look at my
significant
Bronx
is
tap
technique?
water. Has become milk. The technique is super important because you can burn your curd very easily. And it's important to be quick. My father says you have to treat the mozzarella like a gumara. You know what a gumara is?
Not at all.
A gumara, you better not get one. You'll get in trouble. A gumara is not the wife. It's the girlfriend.
Oh.
That's why my mother threw my father out. Because he lives for wine, women, and mozzarella. I'm really serious,
I mean,
Dennis.
Do you have like a, every cook goes through their own personal experience. Do you have any kind of like a cooking philosophy?
Always use the best quality. You'll always get the best out of it. And it means a lot because a lot of people these days, when we talked earlier, people are buying, we have this beautiful little market in the South Bronx. People come in there with their $12,000 Gucci bag on their shoulder, and they're saying, how much is that? How much? And it's almost a little insulting because you are what you eat. And fast food in Italy is a panino. Fast food in Italy, you drop a little extra virgin olive oil. You're eating healthy. In America, unfortunately, fast food is something that's got a lot of sodium in it, a lot of cholesterol, and not really healthy for you. We're trying to stay Italian style in the Bronx.
I mean, and because of the top quality offered at your deli, you've actually become nationally recognized.
Yes, I'm very fortunate. Here's your money shot, guys. You ready? Mozzarella.
So what's
Now,
the...
Dennis, you see the texture of this mozzarella, the shine?
Yes.
This is important because if the mozzarella was not shiny and silky, that means it was very tough. You ever see the movie Pope of the Greenwich Village and they're complaining about
Unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to.
Madonna me, Dennis, what are we going to do with you? So now, this is the kneading process. And what I'm doing is sealing the mozzarella so the milk doesn't leak out.
And that all
See
involves the
shine?
proper technique, as we were discussing earlier.
Absolutely. Mozzarella men give the best massages also, Dennis. So when you find the woman, if you make mozzarella and you tell her you make mozzarella, your sister want you to give her a massage. So here you see that curd, now it's mozzarella. And the seal
like
is very important.
Mushroom thing going on there.
Kind of, but now you tuck it and put it in cool water that the beautiful woman brought over earlier. I will
So,
make another mozzarella for you.
You know what you can do for us? How about you describe a typical day at Mike's Deli? You know, what kind of preparation do you guys go
6
through?
o'clock, my father's there. He's 81 years old, banging on the door, the gate, whatever it takes to get in. Once he's in, the first thing is to get the water on. The pot is much bigger, and it takes about 40 minutes to heat up. So your water is very important when you're making cheese all day. Now again, you see that shine, Dennis?
Yeah.
That's important.
I mean, I'm really enjoying this atmosphere. I feel like I'm, an actual Italian kitchen.
Don't talk too much. Eat, Dennis. Munch.
Really?
This is hot mozzarella. Don't ask if it's fresh.
Let me tell you. That's
Now,
some quality there, man.
It's about the quality. Now, the Italians, everything has a nickname or is named after something. So in Italian, do you know how to say mouth in Italian or Spanish?
Not at all.
Bocca. So a mouth-sized mozzarella is a bocconcini, which is a twist, a tie, and there's a bocconcini. And these are great. The kids love these. They'll put them in the fridge. They could stay 1 week with no salt, and some people get them marinated with oil, pepper on them, and they could stay 2 weeks once they're marinated. So this is a bocconcini, which means mouth-sized mozzarella. The nickname came from, in Italy, the cardinal would get always the best. And they would call bocconcini di cardinale, that the cardinals would get the best mouth-sized baby mozzarellas. And now I'm putting it into cool Bronx tap water, so they keep their shape. Now, another item we make with mozzarella is caciocavallo. Can you say caciocavallo?
I don't want to try. It's
I'll give
really
you an
hard.
Italian lesson. You told me you want to pick up an Italian girl.
I mean, how
you gotta
many
speak
different
Italian.
things can you really make, from mozzarella?
Oh, Maronna me, Dennis. We make the smoked mozzarella, which you tried.
Right.
The caciocavallo, which I'm making right now, which is the name caciocavallo cheese, horse cheese. Because
Interesting
you
name.
see now, here's a body, a neck, and a head. And this is where the name caciocavallo comes from. Now this gets chilled in the cold water, and then it gets salted. Once it gets salted, what happens, it gets this natural skin on it. And the natural skin is the only part with a little flavor to it.
I mean, I admire your skills. It looks like you're really good at what you do here. What kind of steps does a person need to take in order to become, as efficient as you are in the kitchen?
Pay a lot of attention and get yelled at by my father a lot.
Wow.
Now, you said you live in Westchester.
Yes.
You guys roast marshmallows a lot. In the Bronx, where's this camera? Are we here? Can we reach you guys? Where's this camera? Is it up? See what we do? We roast mozzarella.
I mean,
So
do
how
you
many
train other
things-
people to do so?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Mangia.
Oh, for me?
Of course. Now you see the difference in the smoked mozzarella and this? The smoked had an
Yes.
intense smoked flavor. This, just like a marshmallow, you roast it, and that smell, you see the smell? And then when you taste this, in our restaurant, we serve this over a better escarola, and we put it with cherry tomato, and it's delicious.
So,
Something else I want to show you. You see this beautiful Bronx tap water?
Yes.
It's turned into, when you were a little kid, what did you drink every day?
maybe some milk?
Right, it's the whey. The milk, the mozzarella, we did a cooking process.
Yes.
In Italian, that's cotto. Now, the whey, you add panna, which is cream, recook it, and what do you think you get, Dennis?
It's a good question.
Recooked in Italian is a ricotta.
Ricotta cheese?
Not ricotta. Ricotta is what you get in the supermarket, ricotta.
The
And the
Italian
way
version.
we serve it, we add a little pepper, a little reduced balsamic, and just a little bit of extra virgin oil from Sicily.
All right, so if somebody wants to get in contact with you, where can they reach you at?
Okay. AuthorAvenue.com is our website.
Okay,
Mike's Deli is our main location. Go for it, Dennis.
sure.
Mike's Deli's phone number is 718-295-5033. The restaurant is the Author Avenue Trattoria. If you go to the Author Avenue Trattoria, my mother's there. She'll sing to you. You'll eat. My chef is from Naples. It's just like being in Italy. The place is this big. The number there is 718-562-0129. We're both on Author Avenue, both locations. I guarantee the experience is to feel like you're in Italy.